Everyone, I hope everyone is okay. This is Oracle Kings, Mancane smallz weekly market breakdown. Remember, all the time when we analyze our chart, we start with dollar index. So right now, as you can see, I've opened my dollar index daily time frame chart. So if you can check here, this is the left shoulder of our dollar index. This is the left shoulder. These are left shoulder, then the right shoulder. So let's go to H4 and then see what is it that we're going to we see. So right now, as you can see on dollar index, I can see that the dollar index, they just retested the previous high breaker block, which is this one, and they respected it. And then now, if you can check nicely, dollar index, we had a supply zone here. We had a supply zone there, which they broke that supply zone. So now the demand zone that is responsible for that supply zone to be broken is this one here. So for now, I'm only looking for selling opportunities on dollar index all the way to this level. All the way to this level, I'm expecting dollar index to be bearish all the way to this level, and that's where I'm going to wait for the smaller time frame structure to take a buy and continue bullish with it. But at the moment, dollar index for me is bearish. Next week we're going to look for bearish pullback all the way to 103 00. I can say 00, which is the big number, which is quarter points theory. So I'm expecting dollar index to give us a pullback of a sell. So since dollar index, I'm looking for selling opportunities to that level before we continue with the bullish trend. Let's go straight to GBP USD and see how are we going to trade GBP USD next week. The coming week, as you can see, GBP USD H4 time frame, GBP USD just respected this demand zone here. So since GBP USD respected this H4 demand zone, they respected this H4 demand zone. This is the demand zone that pushed the price to break this previous higher high that we have and create a new higher high. So now at the moment, if you can, let's go to smaller time frame and see what's happening. And then after that one, after retesting there, you can see that the market retested this another demand zone and respected it. So let's go to smaller time frame like H2. On H2, this is a clean order block, and then the market respected it. Then H1, when you go to H1, you can see that on H1 we had a previous demand zone broken there, and then the supply zone that is responsible for that one to be broken is this one. That's why the market came back to it and then what respected this supply. So now on H1 also you can see we have another supply zone broken. So since this supply zone has been broken, remember I'm expecting dollar index to go bearish. So now for here I'm still looking for buys on GBP USD. I'm still looking for buys on GBP USD. So this is the order block of it. This is the order block of this GBP USD. So which order block is responsible for that supply zone to be broken? Let's go to smaller time frame like M30. On M30 time frame, you can see this was a order block, nice retested, and then this is the one that is responsible for that one to be broken. So I'll wait for the price to come back and retest this M30 block, and then I'll wait for the price to come back and retest here and give me rejections. Once they give me a rejection from this level, when the market opens and give me rejections there, then I will take a buy on GBP USD all the way to the top. My target is gonna be here. This is gonna be the target of my GBP USD. So let's go to Euro USD CAD. USD CAD. This is our USD CAD setup. Remember on dollar, I'm still going bearish with the dollar. So remember on I think last week we had a sell on this GBP USD CAD. USD CAD sell from this supply zone here. This is the supply zone that is responsible for this low to be broken. Since this low has been broken, And then we have liquidity zone here. We have liquidity zone. Since the market crept that liquidity there, now we need to find another liquidity of the buyers. This is another liquidity that we have, that I'm expecting the market to creep. After creeping that liquidity, when you zoom in, you can see that this is an order block. We have an order block here. This is we have an order block there. I'm still expecting this USD CAD to continue bearish all the way to this order block. So how are we going to trade this one all the way to that level? Then let's go to smaller time frame and try to find an order block where we're going to enter our sell. So now the order block that I can see, it's only here. This is the order block that I see where I want to take a sell on this trade of USD CAD sell here. Then we're going to wait for the price to give us a retest, and then we sell it all the way there. Then that's going to be our TP. But for now, let's break it down more to smaller time frame and see what is it that we have there. There I can see that we have a correction move. 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 So let's break it more to smaller time frames. Let's break it more to smaller time frames. So on smaller time frame, I can see that we have an order block here. We have an order block there. They retested it. They retested that order block. So now since they retested that order block, we have this one also. So for now, I will wait in that my stop loss is gonna be there. Then I will wait for the price to give me an entry to retest this level, and then after retesting the level, I'm going to sell it. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. I'm going to sell it. Let's go to M30 so that it's going to be clear. Then let's zoom out. We're going to have an entry. Our TP is going to be around the liquidity level. First TP, or we're going to have our first TP here exactly around, but I'm expecting this price to go all the way to that level, but the first TP is going to be here. So USD CAD, I'm expecting this price to go all the way to that demand zone. So let's analyze another one, which is going to be Euro NZD. Our Euro NZD, let's go to H1. Let's go to H1, H4. Remember, we start with the H4 to analyze the trade. So on H4, I can see that this was a demand zone. The market respected this demand zone. This is the demand zone that took out this supply zone. So now this is S2D, supply to demand. So the market retested and respected our demand nicely here, respected our demand nicely there. So now after respecting our demand there, you can see that when you break it to smaller time frames, when you break it to smaller time frame, let's go back. When you break it to smaller time frame, you can see that this is our H4. This is our H4 demand now, where we're expecting to buy this thing. So we're going to buy this thing on H4. So let's go to H2. On H2, I'm expecting this price to come back here. When the market opens, we're going to buy this thing. So when you check this thing here on H2, you can see that the market was respecting this trend line to the downside. To the downside, they give us this correction move to the downside. They give us this correction move to the downside. To the downside. Correction move. Market was moving on this correction move. So now, when the market opens, let's go to H1. When the market opens, I'm expecting us to take a buy here. I'm expecting us to take a buy there. Man, this market might leave us behind, bro. So let me go to H2. I don't want this market to leave us behind. So when the market opens, I'm expecting us to buy here. Or let's do this. I'm expecting the market to give us a rejection inside here. Inside here. Because on H2, you can see this was a supply zone broken also. Supply is unbroken. Same with that H4 thing, H4 supply. On H1 you can see this one. On H3 we can see this was a supply zone. They took out all the stop losses on our H3. So when the market opens on H3, they retested the zone. They still didn't retest. I'm expecting the market to tap inside there, and then we buy it. We buy it all the way to the top. But here, H2, analyze H2. Our first TP on this trade is gonna be here. This is gonna be our first TP. First TP, you get an entry there. TP there. First TP, then I will expect the market to go all the way to the top there. To go all the way to the top there, and then once they break there, I'll wait for another retest to add more positions, and then take it to the top, and take it to the top, the previous higher high, which is there. So for now we only have these setups. I only see these setups for now. Euro NZD buy, and then GBP USD buy. So for now, let's end this video here. More setups are coming. So guys, I'm signing out.